Time now for C Stream Skip. Our thoughts and feelings on the week's big releases. Do we want to see it, wait to stream it, or skip it entirely? We've got three movies coming out on the weekend of March 28th, 2025. We're going to start with Jason Statham back again with
Woo.
director David Ayer in A Working Man. He's some sort of former Marine type guy
Mm-hmm.
who's working construction, and then he's pulled in to fight human trafficking. This looks bad. Definitely not a C, probably not a stream. I'm going to say skip. I just don't have a
Wow.
big interest in this.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think that weirdly enough, Jason Statham and David Ayer, they're onto something with this collaboration because their follow-up to The Beekeepers, this movie, looks very similar, very in line with that. I enjoyed The Beekeeper. It was a fun movie. Would I see it again? I feel like it's a one and done. I feel like this is also possibly a one and done movie. It could be fun in the theaters. I'm waiting to see what the score will be because truthfully, I am also swayed by do people say it's good or not? And I have done that with you at times. If you say a TV show is good, then I'll watch it. If this gets decent, I would say see. I would say see it in the theater. Could this be worth seeing on the big screen with its action scenes? But I'll just go with stream. I'll say this could be a fun movie. See it at home. It's almost like a Netflix and chill type movie. So I'll lock in stream, but I could be elevated to C based on reviews.
Might give it a bump. The Woman in the Yard. It's a new horror film, which I don't have just a brief synopsis on what this is, other than there's some mysterious woman in a yard and she inches closer as the day moves on and terrorizes some family. This has not looked good in any of the previews that I've seen,
Yeah.
except a recent like 30-second TV spot, which I was like, wow, this might be a fun uh March horror film. I think it's
Yeah.
PG-13.
Yes.
Isn't a deal breaker, but it is kind of a turn off. And then Blumhouse is very hit or miss. This is a stream for me, you know. If I never saw it, I'd be okay, but I'm kind of leaning toward being interested in it.
Yeah, this is where I'll also say stream, but I'm on the line of skipping it, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Just because like Ian, we're both huge horror fans. We love horror movies, scary movies. This just doesn't, I don't really know what to expect from this. It seems like it could be interesting, but I don't know based on this. It's almost like a short story or short film. This could end up working as a great concept or like an anthology story. Like this is a good Twilight Zone episode.
Mm-hmm.
But does this work as a film? I don't know. Like right now, I'm saying stream it, but if it gets panned and critics hate it, and other audiences are like, yeah, just it's not great, I could easily be like, nah, I'll just skip it. But right now, I'll say stream.
It seems like every other week we have a new A24 film. They're just cranking these
Mm-hmm.
out. This week we have Death of a Unicorn, which stars Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, Will Poulter, who just seems to be working with A24 all the
Oh
time,
yeah.
Taya Leone, Richard E. Grant. Reviews so far 54 reviews, 65%. This is a horror comedy, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The cast: Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, A24. That's enough to get me in the theater as a C, even though I'm not necessarily. I don't know. It looks like a good time. Jenna Ortega is maybe one of those few people right now that it's like you're in a movie, I want to go see it.
I also agree. I'll say see it just because it looks so unique, so different, something we really haven't received before. I kind of feel the same about Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd. I do think that the cast looks like they're having some fun. So, with that being the case, I'll say just out of the chaotic nature of how strange and different this movie would be, I'll say let's see it.
The
And it's
A24
A24.
thing. Yeah, I know. It's something about A24. It's just like the brand alone is going to get me in the theater.
Well, both of our butts will be in the theater watching this and hopefully eating from a popcorn bucket that's going to be shaped out of a unicorn.
Drinking that unicorn blood.